Hello YouTubers, Troz here, and I'm going to show you off the other assorted farms I have in this area, and show you how that all goes. Got a giant farm. You can grow wheat, carrots, potatoes, and cocoa beans here. We got a whole side of wheat here. We got like 3 rows of carrots, 3 rows of potatoes, and we got some cocoa beans. This is jungle wood. Underneath the jungle wood is streams that are providing moisture to the soil here. And let's flip back into a normal view here. And so when you pull this lever, it will let the water out, and the water will automatically harvest the items into these hoppers here. And then we got a minecart that comes by with a chest that will start picking up all the items, and then you can replant. Let's see how that works. So let the water out. You can see everything's being harvested. Water all flows down. Items are being picked up here. See over here, we got carrots and potatoes. Lots of carrots. Yeah, here comes the potatoes. They were up higher, so it takes longer. And then you can just flip the switch to turn the water back off. And you may need to pick up 1 or 2 things that are on the edges, and maybe rehoe 1 or 2 spots. For the most part, it's reusable. You got these walkways here, so you can plant. And yeah, this is a regular farm. Thing is, it just takes a while for everything to grow because there's no automatic, no automatic way for applying bone meal. You may recognize what this is. This is one of my pumpkin and melon farms. I got it half planted with pumpkins and half planted with melons. It's kind of a long one. I used pistons at the end instead of dispensers because I came up with a new timing mechanism here, built off of hopper timers. It's actually probably not as efficient material wise from the version that uses kind of item despawning, but it works pretty well. Basically, again, it's kind of similar to the timer I showed you on the mob farm or on the gold farm. There's an RS latch here. The second torch is hidden under this little set of repeaters that makes up a 7 or so second delay here. But you got that hopper timer over there is the main timer. When it flips on the RS latch, it activates this timer, and basically when the RS latch flips, it turns off 1 set of power to these pistons, but it's also powered off of the pistons here, so the dirt has to be up or else this won't activate. And so the RS latch, it gets flipped this times and flips it back, which brings the dirt back down after this delay. That gives, at the same time that the RS latch is flipped, this is powered, which turns the water off again, and then the delay here holds the dirt up long enough for all the water to flow off of it before going back down. If the water was still on top of here when the dirt was brought down, it would wash away the vines, which we don't want. So when the first hopper goes off, it lifts the dirt up, then the water's released, then the second hopper timer turns off the water, and the delay causes enough time to pass for the water to get off before the dirt is brought back down. Very similar to my previous design. It's now just collected in a hopper, and we have a little station here for the mine cart to stop and collect the items if there are any. I have not one but two chicken cookers here. It's basically the same design that I showed in a video a few weeks ago. Yes, lots of chickens. Underneath this, you can see there's a row of hoppers acting as a pipe. So when these chickens get cooked, it goes into a pipe, it's transported to hopper right there. Oh, the minecart picks it up every so often. Yeah, this minecart comes by, well, it's almost on a continuous loop. It gets stopped for just a few seconds every so often. Over here, we have a cow cooker and a pig cooker. Kind of based off of design by Mumbo Jumbo, but I did the whole cooking part differently. Let's show you how that all works. It's meat. Basically, there's 20 cows in there or so. Push the button here and put some water out. That makes the cows jump up to the top, but also makes a stream of water that stops here by these signs. The stream is only 1 block high, and baby cows can fit through the stream, but adults can't. So you come up here, you feed the cows, they breed into little baby cows. Should be good. You see, the stream of water brings the baby cows over here. And you just press the button again, which turns off the water. Similar thing here happens for the pigs. Only adult pigs can fit under 1 block, but the baby pigs are only half a block. So I have these half slabs. Again, now you need carrots instead of wheat. But similar, you press the button, climb up the ladder, water's let out. And shouldn't do that too much, but the baby pigs will be pushed into here. You can see I have 2 adults here already. And turn off the water. So when they grow up to adults, there's one baby pig. Press the button here, which momentarily lets out some lava, which will cook the pig. And the only thing is, they only lets it out in the first spot, so you have to kind of coax them over. See if that works. Yeah. And then the hoppers will collect the cooked meat and bring it to the same place the cooked chicken is brought. Over here we got a sugarcane farm. It's actually pretty simple. There's just pistons on both sides. Every few minutes, I think this is filled. Yeah, so it should be like every 4 minutes or so. The pistons just come out for a few seconds, knock the top pieces of sugarcane off into the water stream. Some miss the water stream, but for the most part, they get in the water stream. Collected here, and this is the under this line. As the minecart comes through, it stops there, but it also triggers some redstone after delay. I think there's 8 or so full tick delay repeaters. The cart is sent back on its way. Well, it's a personal automatic farm. I believe this is one of Ethos's Labs mini farm design. Basically, you got some tilled soil here. These chests did a little minor variation, but these chests you put some bone meal in. And let's do that. Make sure there's dispensers below that I have hoppers that these feed into. and you basically stand on the pressure pad here, and this tilled soil starts going up and down. There's 3 dispensers, and as the soil goes down, bone meal is dispensed. So as the soil goes down, you plant your plant, bone meal is dispensed, makes the plant grow, then the soil comes back up, which automatically harvests the item, and you collect it. And you just need to get your timing down right, and you can grow a lot of food real quick. I'm gonna try it here with the carrot. There you go. I'm in creative, so it's it was getting I was getting back the item if it didn't work right, and the count was going up. But you can see when it does work right, you get like 4 or 5 carrots. So let's try it again here. It's not, no. A little harder to do it on SMP. It's easier on single player. Have this timing slowed down a little bit, but on single player you can speed it up and actually just hold down right click and it works decently. There's a few. And then after you step off the pressure pad, it stops working. It's a fence there in the middle to prevent you from stepping on the tilled soil. And you can actually also do cocoa beans on here because that is a piece of jungle wood. So you kind of like back in here and flick the cocoa beans on the side of the jungle wood. Yeah, so that's if you absolutely need stupid duck chicken. Untilt the soil. I'll fix that later. So if you need a lot of food quickly and don't want to wait for the big farm, you can use that. Last thing I'm going to show you in this video is this automatic tree farm that I built. I've seen a few videos. I'm not sure anyone's using the exact mechanism I have here, but I have seen a few similar ones. Basically, there's a short little timer circuit here, and that will power this dispenser that's filled with bone meal. So you plant a tree here, turn that on, and eventually the tree, after being hit with a few bone meal, will grow. And there's some blocks up here that prevent the height, so you always get a tree with 4 blocks in a trunk. When that happens, the sapling turns into a piece of solid wood, and that will then conduct redstone. So we got some power here. That will power a signal back here. The signal goes goes up where I move the top. I have a piston here that moves the top block out of the way, but I'm not sure that's actually necessary. I was afraid, well, I'll tell you what happens next. It then powers down here, which pushes this. There's a sticky piston under this piece of dirt. It pushes all the wood up 1 level, and then the signal comes over here, and these pistons on the side here fire, which push the wood down the line. And now this takes longer than I think it should, and I'm not entirely sure why. I thought, oh, there we go. So you can just plant another sapling here. I thought it should only take 3 or 4 hits of bone meal to grow, but it does take longer than that. I'm not entirely sure why. And this is really taking a long time. I don't know if it has to do with like leaves being in the way or something. You know, normally it was taking me maybe 15 seconds per tree when I thought it would only take, you know, a second or two. Well, what happens is the wood gets pushed down. When enough wood gets pushed down, it hits this block and this block gets pushed. And when the block does get pushed, it triggers off the set of pistons on the top, which pushes the whole line of wood down, and then it fires off the pistons in the back, which pushes the whole set of wood forward, leaving a space here, and then this piston fires, pushing this block back out, resetting it for the next group. So eventually, if you plant enough trees, they'll fill up this whole cobblestone area. You know, it's a 8x8 area, and it'll fill it four sets of logs high. At which point there'll be a log here, which then sends a signal back, turning this off, and this light will turn off. See, it just took till there to grow. I'm not sure why it takes that long. I only thought it would take 4 or 5 hits of bone meal on these trees to get it to grow. But basically, I'm not sure. Certain leaves out of the way or something. But yeah, then you can just... There it went. Let's plant another one down. Yeah, so then you can just take your axe out, chop down all the wood. Relatively quick. And that's the automatic tree farm that I built. And you just switch it off when you want. Even without this going, when the tree grows, it should automatically get pushed up and pushed over. Yeah, so you can just easily collect the wood. It's all in a big, you know, group. All the leaves are off, so you don't have to worry about you know, digging through some leaves. And yeah, so that's the last automatic farm that I have right here now. I do want to, since we are in a swamp, add a slime farm, but just by walking around here, it's easy to collect enough slime balls for any project. Next time, yeah, these two farms here don't have, they're basically personal use. You need to either take action to plant or you know, take action to collect the wood. But all the other farms I showed have a minecart that automatically collects the items every so often. And in the next video, I'll show you what happens with those items. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.